A lot of my spring fishing is focused on fluke, also known as summer flounder. But sometimes when you hit the water, you just don't know what you're going to get. And in this video, you're going to see another species that typically shows up around the same time. So no, this is not the species I was talking about that shows up around the same time, although they are here. These are the smooth dogfish. The only reason I'm showing them is to let you know two things. First, you can catch these using gulp. So if they're all over and you're using gulp, it may reduce the number that you hook, but it won't eliminate them. Second, I want you to keep in mind one thing, and you'll see it coming up right here. They twist and spin, and they really tie up that leader. So you want to make sure you have a sufficient leader when there's dogfish in the area. In this case, I'm using a 20-pound Andes mono, and it's well up to the task. So the plan for today is to fish the incoming tide in the shallow water. Right here it's about 8 feet deep, and the idea is I'm going to try to pick up on the way back to the spot I really want to fish. I want to pick up my slot fish, or try to pick up slot fish, which is between 17 and under 18 inches in New Jersey. So I'm basically just riding the tide in through the shallows back to the spot where I want to pick up bigger fish, I think, and I'm looking for that slot. And you can see right here, this ain't a slot. This is just a real small guy. Tiny. A little time passes, and I'm now back in the area that I really wanted to fish. In the shallow water, I'm fishing anywhere from 3 feet down to 12 feet. And this is really what I'm getting. It's just these micro size, nothing is getting in the slot. So the idea for the day was to go back and fish gulp baits and a combination of the gulp and the minnows, or the killies. And I just keep getting these. So time to switch it up. I'm going to turn around, I'm going to head and look for deeper water. And I have to include this because I just love when this happens. I'm working my way back towards the deep water.
What's your name?
And I run into somebody who recognized me out on the water. So
to
hello to Bob and
Eric.
Eric. They were doing pretty good out there. They had a couple of keepers in the box, and they were just about to move out. So good to meet you guys.
Yeah. Well, soon enough, he'll be out there with you.
At this point, it's outgoing tide. I'm back in the deeper water, or really an area where a creek comes out. You can see it there on the right. And with the outgoing tide, it's going to be pushing out some bait fish from that creek, and I'm fishing the drop off anywhere from 2 feet down to 25 feet. And this is where I start to get some action, and this is where you're going to see different types of fish. And I'll just mention, sometimes it's good to be lucky instead of good, because this guy is foul hooked, and this is going to end up being an over slot, which is in New Jersey, anything over 18 inches, you can keep one per day. Now, for all you kayak fishermen, you know the pucker factor here. Here you've got a flounder, it's an over slot, and I don't have it hooked on anything. I'm not using fish grips because I'm going to end up measuring it for a tournament. It's going to come in at about 18 and a quarter, 18 and a half. So decent fish, not bad, good entry for the tournament. Now that I have my over slot for the day, I'm still fishing the same area near that creek on the outgoing, and I'm trying to pick up the slot. So again, I'm now looking for the smaller fish, looking for 17 to under 18 inches, and I'm just going to keep working that same area. Now I include this one because it's an ongoing thing with me and this channel. I even talk about the biggest mistakes you can make flounder fishing, and that's not being a good net man. I'm terrible. I end up hooking the teaser on the hook and just dragging it in, but this measures just under slot, so wasn't able to keep it. Now it's getting late in the day, and I'm still looking for those slots, and they're just not coming in. I'm just getting the real small ones, so I keep pounding the same area. It's near the launch, it's late in the day, the wind is picking up, I gotta get off the water soon. So right now, it really just comes down to I've got to measure some fish to get in as an entry to a tournament, regardless of size. Even if they're 14 inches, this one is under the 17. I think it's actually under 16 inches, and it's just about putting the numbers up and trying to qualify for that tournament. Now this is where that other species comes in, and I try one more time. Let's try to get a slot just so I can fill it out with something over 16 inches to get into my numbers for the tournament, and I ended up hooking into something big, so I'm just going to kick back and let you watch this one. This is on flounder gear.
Flounder fishing. This guy is taking it. Lordy Lou. Gators are in. I can't even fit in my freaking net. It's gonna go. Oh shit.
So that was the other species, a big gator blue in the backwaters. It was at about 25 feet on that same drop off I was fishing for flounder. It was on a live killie on a Captain Hank's big head bucktail, and the gear that I was using, that is a Creeley custom rod. That's the Fat Dad Fluke stick and an Accurist S3 with 30-pound braid. Now that you've watched this video, popping up on the screen is a playlist and a video that I think you'd enjoy, both regarding flounder fishing. And until next time, get out there, get on the water, and get some tight lines.